Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today we're going to do some spring cleaning. We're getting ready for the summer months, but not just that, we're going to actually kind of redecorate our home a little bit here and there to make it a little bit more cozy slash romantic cottage type of setting. So I have some ideas in mind, and hopefully you'll stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about a romantic, cozy cottage setting. So our home is around 32, 3,300 square feet, and we have an upstairs, but we do most of our living downstairs. The upstairs is really, it's my art room. We have like a game room, which I call my karaoke room, and uh, and then we have a media room and a guest bedroom, and then I have another bedroom that I make into a storage room because of all our Christmas and holiday decor. So the upstairs is not really used as much. We basically live down in the first floor. So, our home is brick and stone, which I just love. I love the brick and stone look, and that always reminds me of sort of like a cottage that you might find maybe in England or somewhere in the countryside. So, what I decided to do, I already started adding little touches here along the way, but our style was mainly it was mainly traditional for the longest time. We started adding in a little bit more contemporary. Right now, it's very eclectic, and I think that's fine. You know, one thing that drives me nuts is when I hear people tell you they're designers and they tell you like what not to do in your home. And you know what? I totally disagree with that. I mean, you could have a style, you could be modern, you could be traditional, you can be contemporary, whatever it is, eclectic. But I feel like it's your home and you need to put things in your home that make you happy, that you like, colors you like. Some people say stay away from color, go neutral, neutral. And I love neutral, I really do. But I also like color. And as you can see, the kitchen, the living room is, we painted it a kind of like a sagey green color. It's on the lighter tone, it's not as dark. In our mud room back there where the dogs are, and then we have another mud room by the back door, I did a really dark paint. And they're very small rooms. So some people say stay away from dark paint in a small room. I love it. I'm thinking about painting the dining room. Haven't decided yet. It's due. It's definitely due. But I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or next year. But getting back to the decorating for our cozy cottage, so I'm on a budget, and I cannot just buy real expensive things. Going to thrift stores, going to stores that have a lot of sales, I would highly suggest that if you're on a budget. I just picked up some artwork at Hobby Lobby. You know, it's basically a print, and they put some coating on it, makes it look like it's a painting. I love the two pieces that I got, which I'll show you in just a little bit. And I changed our bathroom just a little bit. I have a little bit more to do, but I changed it from the way it used to look. It was very sterile before. I never really liked it, but it's our bathroom. It's in the back of the house. Nobody really sees it, but I want to make it more cozy, more romantic. So I got some things in mind. Same thing with our kitchen. Our kitchen is, as you know, I'm a cook. I love to cook, but I want it to look good too. I want it to be cozy. I wanted it to be romantic. I want it to feel like a cozy cottage, you know? So, some of the things that are important to create that look are a few things. Florals. Florals are super important. Um, Also, baskets. If you get some wicker baskets, that's awesome. Straw baskets. We also use a lot of like textures. You want your rooms to have a lot of texture in it, have a different mix. So by using some big chunky baskets that have some texture, that helps. I also have a lot of collections, and I think it's important in your home, if you collect things, display them. It's so important to display your collections, what you love, what you get to see every day. So in my china closet back there, that's in my breakfast room right now. I'm sitting in the breakfast room in the kitchen. That china closet there has a lot of my parents' German china that I've talked about in other videos, but I display that and I use that. Not every day. It's mainly special occasions or holidays, depending. But I display it and I love the way that looks. So that's maybe a little formal, but I also incorporate things that are not so formal and that make me happy. And Yvonne, of course. And so Yvonne is my spouse. And so I'm going to show you some of the things that we've done and talk about the different pieces and how, if you're interested in creating a cozy cottage type of look, maybe your house is not a cottage or it doesn't have those beams and things like that, what you can do to make it a little bit more cozy. So stay tuned. Well, welcome back. Well, it's a rainy day here in North Texas, a rainy spring day, which makes it even cozier. So, we're going to start looking at everything that we've done in the home to make it just a little bit more cozy, a little bit more cottage style. So, let's take a look. So, we're going to start in the dining room. And basically, the dining room is pretty much the same, but I did incorporate a couple of things. So, as you can see on the table, I put some florals there. That is a crystal vase that used to belong to my parents. So, I thought I'd put it out on the table. And notice it's on that wooden tray that's been painted like a green color. I showed you that tray in another video. And like I said, it's very versatile. It could be used for Christmas, it could be used for Easter, it could just be used throughout the year. And I think with that cherry furniture, it kind of like really pops. And it got some beautiful flowers there, florals. They came from Amazon. They're artificial, of course, but I just love how that looks. And then, as I stated, collections. Collections are important. So I inherited a lot of Hummel figurines from my parents, and Yvonne and I have bought some over the years, but a lot of them come from my parents, and of course the German beer steins down there. So I have these curio cabinets, and I love displaying them in there. And then, of course, on top, some more florals, and also that plate comes from Germany. This piece here, this is a wall hanging tapestry that came from, gosh, I wanted to say it was, I have that at least 25 years now. When I bought my first home in Frisco, Texas, um, I put that in there, and I've had it ever since, and I loved it ever since. But I can't remember which store I got it. If it was, I want to say it was either Macy's, I can't remember where, but um, but I just love it, and especially in the dining room with the florals there. Now, this one in the corner I put together. Yvonne made me an arrangement for my birthday one time, and he used these glass vases. But I just love this vase that I got at Target. I believe it's Hearth and Hand. And I just love the texture on it. I love the shape of it. And then those florals, I think, look really pretty. They're neutral. It goes great with the window treatments. And I just love it in the corner there. And once again, this curio set, you can see some more. Hummels and little knickknacks that we've picked up throughout the year. Um, as I stated, it's a rainy day here in North Texas, but that's outside in the front yard. Hopefully you can see that. We have a nice tree in the front. And here's the china closet. So all that china there, my parents bought for me when I moved into my first home in Frisco 25 years ago. And the crystal too. So um, all that's in the china closet. Some people might say china closets are old fashioned. Like I stated before, it's what makes you happy. And I incorporated a basket up there just to make it a little bit more homey, cottage style feel. But I know this furniture is very traditional, very formal, but it is the dining room, and I love how it looks. Now, here by the front door, when you walk in, we have the stairs that leads upstairs, and this is new. So those two pieces I actually got at Hobby Lobby, and like I stated, it's a print. They put some coating on it. And that mirror I also got at Hobby Lobby. That mirror was 50% off, and so was the artwork. So you can get a lot of good deals. Once again, I think it looks good. It's not expensive, and it just makes your home a little bit more cozier. But I love the artwork there. Now in the dining room, you can see that the walls are white, but I'm thinking about painting this room in the future. Maybe like I'm not sure. I want to do it white again, but maybe I don't know, a white that doesn't has some tint to it. I'm not sure. I have to check out Benjamin Moore, maybe Sherwin-Williams, and see. But yeah, this is the next room that'll probably be painted. And then from the dining room, we head into the kitchen, and as you can see on top of the cabinets, I added some plates, some plants, baskets, just to make it more cottage style, cozy style. I even added a wreath to the pantry door. Um, that's some dried florals there that I got at Home Goods. And like I said, it just makes it cozier. Lamps, super important. This lamp I got off of Amazon, and it is, you just charge it and it lasts for about a day. So you have to charge it like every day, but it'll last throughout the day. And it has 3 different settings on it. And it's so small and you can place it anywhere. That that picture over there, I actually got at Target, and it was like $10. So once again, inexpensive. This floral right here was also Target. I can't remember the price on that, but once again, you can find a lot of home accents at Target, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, stores like that. Here, this is a little tray. I usually change it out seasonal. Of course, since it's spring and going into summer, I have Plant a Kiss. That's a Ray Dunn mug with a topper. And then this little watering can, that's like a salt shaker. Fruit in a bowl. This is real fruit. I think placing fruit out in the kitchen is very important. Now this board here, you can actually use it to cover an outlet. So if you don't want your outlet showing, you can actually do something like that, which covers the outlets so it doesn't look so, I don't know. Some people don't like the outlets showing. Some people don't care. But that's just an idea, just to get a breadboard and place it right in front. Now I wanted to show you the pantry real quick. I'm not going to show you all of it, and the light is off. But I just wanted to show you that incorporating boxes like this for storage, um, wooden boxes, that makes it look very homey. I have a floral arrangement in the window there, and you can see things are organized. I have tubs up there that are baskets that are, or they're storage containers, I should say, that are labeled seasonal. Some of my cookbooks are there, um, other items that I use for baking. This shelf here and those tubs over there, you can see a lot of medications, pain relievers, those type of things are there. And yeah, cans are organized. So we have this little storage container, and the pasta, of course, is always in these airtight containers. But yeah, I won't show you the whole thing, but you get an idea of the pantry. It's fully stocked. And then we come to the sink area. So this window treatment I've had up for years, and I just love the color of it. That's why I've never changed it, because I think the color goes really well with everything. It's a neutral. And once again, when you are thinking about cozy cottage, think neutrals. The wooden cabinets. Some people want their cabinets painted today. I actually love painted cabinets too, but I also like the wood. I really do. I like the wood, so it makes it, I think, very cozy, homey, and I don't mind the wood. So we're leaving it. Over here in this corner, this is also, I make this two-tier tray seasonal, but since it's spring and summer, it just says must have coffee, and you got this, but coffee first. Those little accents. And so once again, incorporating inexpensive things that just make your home look cozy, things that you like. You know, some people might say, okay, two-tier trays, we're over it, let's move on. But I like it, and I'm going to keep it. So I have another lamp here. You can use the lamp to block that outlet if you wanted to, that painting, or that's actually just a picture that looks like a painting, and they put some coating over it so it looks like a painting. That came from Hobby Lobby, very inexpensive, but I like it on the counter there behind the two-tier tray. Some people will say, okay, let's get rid of this. No, I'm sorry. I like it. So style your home the way you like it. And here, a little coffee bar. This mug here actually has one of my paintings on it. And it says, Happy, Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas, and autographed. If we ever reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to um, give one of those mugs away as a gift to people who write in questions, and we're going to pick a name at random, and you'll get the chance to win a mug like this that has an original painting by me on there, and autographed, of course. So think about that. Write in some questions. We're going to be leaving our email down below. Please, of course, make the questions appropriate. You can ask about home life. You could ask about us individually, whatever you want to ask, maybe about a recipe, whatever you want. And we'll pick a name at random once we reach 1,000 subscribers. And we're really close. We're like, I want to say we're 25 away. So that's coming soon. Now, this area of the kitchen is the breakfast room. And I love our breakfast room. And the reason why I love our breakfast room is for two reasons. That picture over there that you see on the wall, that comes from Kirkland's. And I bought that 25 years ago when I moved into my first home. And it's a picture of Noah's Ark. And I just love it. And I've had it ever since. And I just think it looks so nice in here. That brown color, the neutrals against the green wall. The china closet, or some people say, what do they call it? Like a cupboard. Um, that I love. We got that at Haverty's a couple of years ago, and I love that piece. It's an open shelf, but I can display my inherited German china from my parents on that shelf, and add extra things. If you notice on top there, that clock comes from Michael's, very inexpensive. It wasn't expensive at all. Have a basket in the corner just to make it cozy, a floral. That little shepherd there, that actually comes from, I want to say it was Peru. Um, at our church, we had, there was some type of function at our church, and they were selling items like that. So I bought one from at our church, and I believe that comes from Peru. And that bowl up there, that was made by a teacher, an art teacher in the school district that I used to work in, and I bought it from her. I just loved her work. Um, And so, yeah, I love it. I think it looks great up there. That little piece here came from Kirkland's, and just a candle up there. I think I left that there from Christmas, but I like the way it looks, so I'm keeping it. And I just love the china closet once again with the German china that comes from Germany. That is almost 75 years old. My parents bought that in the 50s. So you can see these pieces, how beautiful it was made. And then I have just inexpensive things that I got at Hobby Lobby. You know, Home, my happy place with the floral. The secret ingredient is always love. The day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. And then the floral. So I love it. I mean, inexpensive mixed with some expensive things. Um, it's your home. I just love eclectic. In the mud room back there, it's where the dogs are. I'm trying to keep them away so they don't make noise. But you can see that's a very dark, moody green color that we painted the mud rooms. And I love how that turned out. I did that, I think, last year. Here's another view of our kitchen. You can see the baskets on top with some plants and plates and bowls. It just makes it homey, and I think everything turned out really well. I even got the dogs some new dog bowls. Yay! Bought that at Home Goods. Now the living room is open to the kitchen, or the kitchen's open to the living room, however you want to look at it. But you can see the front door from here, an iron piece above the door. I have actually a wreath hanger there for seasonal. I'll hang some seasonal wreaths inside the home too, not only on the outside but also the inside. The gates there are for the dogs so they don't run upstairs. But this is the new furniture we got in the fall. It's leather. The reason why we had to get it was because of the dogs. I loved our old set, but they ruined it, unfortunately. And no matter how I cleaned the bottom, because they would rub themselves against it, and the leather they don't rub for some reason, maybe because it's smooth, and so they don't rub against it. Um, and if you notice, that blue chair has a lot of blankets on it because they want to rub themselves on it or jump up on there. So I put that there just in case. But this is, I think the leather was not cheap, but I really liked the old set better because it was a sectional and it was so comfortable. The leather, I'm not really crazy about because it's cold when you lay on it. And even if you use a blanket to put on top, it's not my favorite. But it's what we have for right now, and it's really because of the dogs. So the dogs cost us a lot of money, but we love them. And the blue chair really doesn't go. I want to get it like maybe reupholstered, maybe a champagne color like the window treatments. I think that might look nice. Once again, it's more on the neutral. This floral arrangement I put together once again with the flowers that Yvonne did. Um, and so I just got that vase there. I can't remember where I got that. Oh, I got that vase at Target. That was at Target. And I think it just looks really nice on the table. And here's another view. So there's the fireplace. Since it's spring and summer, it basically just has some plants on top. You can see the plants and a clock, of course, and some vessels. And that piece, I can't remember where I got it. I think it was Kirkland's a few years ago, or maybe Home Goods. I can't remember. Those are two paintings that I did up there. But notice the basket, the chunky basket. Once again, that adds to that cottage feel. And this is a TV armoire. And of course, many people don't use TV armoires anymore. I love it because you get to put plants on top and baskets. And I love having a piece of furniture in here. Some people would just put a TV on the wall. I don't like how that looks because, see, notice you can close this up and then you don't see the TV. I do like the TVs that kind of look like a painting. You can have it look like a painting. Those I think look really, really nice because it looks like you have a painting on the wall. But I think for this room and what we have right now, I think that's just great and makes it very homey. A basket, another basket with a throw in there on the fireplace, um, hearth there, more florals for the spring and summer. So I think it looks very warm and cozy. One thing I love this window here going up the steps because you can see the tree out there. Let me do a close up. So I just love how that looks. And this is the back door. This leads you to the patio out there. Let's see if we can see. It's a rainy day. You can see the pool in the back. And it's really pretty. The only thing, our neighbors are so close, but I think they're going to put up a new fence, which will help with some privacy. Here is the mud room. I did loan out one of my paintings that was on that wall, actually two of my paintings that I loaned it out to our church, so they have it right now. But this is the mud room, and it's that moody green dark color again. So you can see I have another two-tier tray. It says Faith, has some wooden flowers and a couple of florals. And once again, I love doing a two-tier tray, and I love it on this console table back here with the lamp. And yeah, I think it turned out really nice. This basket here is also in the mud room. That's for umbrellas. I got that basket at Home Goods. Now in this little hallway off the mud room, you can see I have some wall art, and let's take a look at that. So when I moved into my first house 25 years ago, my mom knew that I loved Renoir, so I had these Renoir prints, and she got them framed for me. So I did sort of like a gallery wall in this little hallway of those Renoir prints, which I just love. So when you come out of the bedroom, right here, you'll see them right away. And this is just a half bath that's off that hallway. And moving artwork around, this was actually in our master bathroom, which you're going to see in a second. But like I said, it seemed so sterile before, and you're going to see what I did to it to make it a little bit cozier. But this is just the powder bath. So we put it in there. So moving artwork around, try doing that. I think that's a good idea. Sometimes it looks better in another room and you don't have to buy anything. And then here's our bedroom. So our bedroom, I'm gonna turn on the light real quick. You can see the color of the paint. That's actually, when we moved into the home, we had it painted that color and we kept it. We just like it. I love using lamps. Lamps make things so much more cozier. And it's a really great size room. If you could see, we have a lot of furniture in here and a lot of walking space too. So it's a really nice size room, raised ceilings, and yeah. So throws are important to make a home cozy. So try doing that. This artwork got at Kirkland's. We got two of them. I put them on both sides of the TV. That you and me sign. So I got that for Yvonne for her anniversary a few years ago, but we've been together since 2008. So I just put that up there. It's in our bedroom. So let's get cozy. Pillow right here. I love this chair. Once again, it matches, the black matches that black furniture, but it has the plaid, so it makes it a little bit more homier. And of course, some baskets with the rose is very important. That's where we hang up our bathrobes. And yeah, so I think the bedroom is very cozy. I think it looks really great. Now, let's take a look at the bathroom. This is what I've done. This is how I changed it. So we're going to start with the window. You can see what it looked like before and what it looks like now. So just by adding that sheer scarf, that just softens it up and makes it a little bit more romantic looking. Let's take a look up close. You can see those sconces there for the scarf. Um, Again, I think it's a great color. The style of it goes really well. This artwork here got off of, where did I get that again? I think I got that at Target or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. But this shelf was also Hobby Lobby, so inexpensive. I think that was only $11. It was on sale, half off. And so very inexpensive, but I love the wood that is not finished. I just love how that looks. Added a floral to the vanity and a candle, of course. I don't have it lit, but this candle I got at Target and it smells really good. What is the name of that? That's the name of it. Old Chesapeake Bay, Mind, Mind and Body, Relax and Restore. Smells so good, very relaxing. Love that candle. Um, that teak wood piece I got at Home Goods. That was probably the most expensive. It was like around 50, I think it was $50 or $70, something like that. But that was the most expensive thing I bought. So our budget, or my budget, was under 200, and that's what I spent, under 200. So for artwork that doesn't cost so much, florals that don't cost so much, I think I got that at Target too. Um, that was probably the most expensive. So I was able to do it under $200 just to change things around. Remember to use artwork from different rooms, move it around, that'll help. But I think it turned out really, really nice. This is Yvonne's section. So once again, I got that artwork at this one. I got at, that was Hobby Lobby too, I believe. And like I said, they put some coating on it, so it looks like a painting. But I think it looks really pretty in here. And that's his little area. So, and then we have a waste paper basket. So that is a basket there. So that's important, adding more baskets. Let's take a look in here. So I actually had this piece on another wall and I just moved it and I put up this little shelving thing. So up there is just a basket with tissues in it, a little piece of artwork I got at Target, floral, and another basket for the toilet paper and things. So again, it makes it cozier, it makes it organized, and I love how that looks. And here's another view of the bathroom. That's the shower in there, and outside where you can see the pool. So as you can see, there's a lot of things you can do to help make your home more cozy cottage if that's what you're looking for. But remember, I personally believe put things in your home that makes you happy. Do things that make you happy, what you like. If it's collections, if it's a certain color, there's many designers that are going to say, stay away from this or don't do that or this is out and blah, blah, blah. And, that's been going on for years. However, I personally believe it's what makes you happy. It's your home and you need to decorate it the way you like, you know? So I was an art teacher for many years and have my art certification. So I know about elements of design. I know about or principles in design, elements of art, and so there's a lot of things that are in my head that I incorporate that I think about. So when I think about color, especially color, I think about what goes well with each other. One thing you can do is neutrals. Neutrals go with everything. And if you want to make a home a little bit more cozier, go with some neutrals. There's warm colors and cool colors. So as you can see, the walls are green. That's a cool color. However, I incorporated a lot of warm elements to the home too. So just keep that in mind and make it your home. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Plus, if you check down in the memo section, whatever it's called, of the video, you can see I'm going to list our email. And if you would like to write in some questions, please make it appropriate. And if we ever reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away the mug that looks like this, that has my original painting on there that's been placed. It says Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas, God bless. And I have autographed it, I've signed it. And this is cute little mug, coffee mug, and it's black inside and has black accents. So that's if we reach 1,000, and then we'll pick a question, or we'll pick names from the questions, I should say, pick a name, and that will be the winner of this mug. So hopefully we'll reach 1,000 subscribers one day. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.